tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, man.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Haskins to throw on second down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
You. Mike, 53.
Third down, here's Haskins. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10.
Watch QB drop. Yeah. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47. Army.
They go play action with Haskins. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I'm coming. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. 47.
To try again after the sack. Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Redskins nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Shift. Slam, slam, slam.
They start on the ground with Geis. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be in. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing on second down. Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
On third down, Haskins going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Get ready.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Get in the white room. Get in the white room. Hey, switch gears. Check three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
What's tight?
We're good. Working from the gun. Wentz. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective. Passing downs, it's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Joker. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 1st down, here's Love. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's go, D. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
I got one. Let's go. Yo, 47 Mike. Mike, 47.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Hey,
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go, back. 180.
These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Wentz going to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down, Philadelphia.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Montez Sweat showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Down the man inside, down the man.
Now Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
We own them. We own them.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Go.
Penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
51.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Check 37. Check 37.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
51.
Back. 20.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 51 the mic.
They kill it. They force two kill.
Here we go. Get off the field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Go. 280.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! Carson Wentz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundering on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Let's go. Henry. Mike. Push him back. Push him back. Let it go.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check safety, check safety. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's good.
Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Watch, quick. Ram. Check out. Check 4. No.
On play action, it's Wentz. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings. As Sanders has it poked free, and the Redskins scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Silver, silver.
Here's Haskins. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Makes the score Redskins 41, Eagles 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Let's find two. Let's find two.
Throwing now is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run on first down. Sanders. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll go again with Sanders, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They call that a loss of 6 yards, and it's third down now.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Make these babies cry all the way now. Jim,
Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to go